Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and today we have a full card to go over. We have a lot of action today. I've only moved on 2 games so far. I moved on the Myrtle Beach Bowl between Coastal and UTSA. That game starts in 20 minutes, so we'll be able to keep an eye on that game as well, as I am entering that game with the under 56.5 for those interested in some 11 a.m. action. I'm on Coastal UTSA under 56.5 to get my day started. But with that being said, we can go into the recap from yesterday, and then we will get into some action today. There we go. That works. And then we'll get into the chat and everything there. Overall, strong day for me yesterday. The NFL went pretty well. 4-2-1, I believe it was. Atlanta minus 8.5 was a winner as the Giants continue to lay down and die. Appreciate the tank work. Number 1 overall pick. Giants coming your way. Hopefully. I still need to lose 2 more games. One of them is against the Eagles, so that should not be super difficult there. And then Arizona and Carolina over 46.5, the only total I played yesterday in the NFL, soars over 36-30. And the Carolina Panthers, they get the job done there. I believe I still need wins the last 2 weeks from them, but it's not dead yet. I need 2 more wins, but it is what it is. The Jets +3, they were given the greatest scheduling spot, or the worst scheduling spot for the Rams, and the Jets still fumbled the bag. That was annoying there. Pushed with the Seahawks +3. I got made fun of for my New England plus the points play, and they almost won outright. They were up 14-0 at one point. They lose 24-21. Plus 14.5 was never in doubt ever in that entire game. The Las Vegas Raiders, they get the job done. 19-14 win over those Jacksonville Jaguars in the Tank Bowl. Tank Bowl. And the Raiders win the game. The Jaguars win the war. But yeah, the Niners are officially eliminated from the playoffs. I had their money line yesterday. They lose 29-17 to the Miami Dolphins. And I didn't have anything on Sunday Night Football. Did the Cowboys end up winning that game? Because yeah, they did. I wanted the Cowboys in that game. Never pulled the trigger. And they ended up getting the job done. So good for them. Hockey was 2-1 for me yesterday. The Rangers +130 come up short against the Carolina Hurricanes at home there. They're back in action today. That's the only game I've moved on. I'm on the Devils -1 there. I got that at -130 though, so that line's a little bit wider now. I got the Washington Capitals -1 at +104. That was a winner there. That was more of a fade the Kings spot than a back the Capitals spot. Terrible spot for the Kings there. They ran out of gas. And a nice 3-1 win for the Edmonton Oilers over the Ottawa Senators. The under 6.5 was relatively easy winner there. And then in the NBA, did I only have one play in the NBA yesterday? And it was the Pacers. That was my only game yesterday. Yes, it was. And I got the win there. Pacers, they dominate the Sacramento Kings 122-95, +115, easy winner there. And I believe that was everything. Yeah, I never bet any. I forgot to bet college basketball yesterday. So overall, up 3.90 units. So really strong for me the last few days. So that's very nice to see. But yeah, we will head over to the chat. And then we will get into today's card. Oh boy, 446 is here. Hello, host and chat. You guys have embarrassed yourselves with picks lately. I must say, 446 would have won the month easy. Then fucking prove it. You know how to sign up. You're too big of a bitch to sign up for it. That's all. You were too big of a bitch to sign up for it. It is what it is. Happy holidays. What's up, stupid? Merry, happened last month. Just say, all right. They banned me. No, we didn't ban you. We just made it so we just made it so we can offer a cash prize. That's it. There you go. Cool. 446. I'm like you last month. Awful. Yeah. Hey, I'll give you NBA. That's it. I'll let you guys know. Shocker, no Tim. Okay. Yeah. UTSA under 56.5. Yep, I'm on the same page there. I'm on the exact same page there. Mr. Public is here. Tim has given up on the ESB product. No, he's working. Where's that? Packers killed Seattle. Why Minnesota loses in the first round? Yeah, no, and they would get what? Because let's be straight up. The Lions are going to win that last week. The Lions are going to beat the Vikings in Week 18. So what? They'd be the 4 seed, or no, the 5 seed. They'd face the Buccaneers. I like the Bucs in that spot. Rob, agree 446. Numbers. Yes, we will tell it like it is, Coyote. Okay. I hope the Rangers finish last in the Metro. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. It's the sad reality he's done. No. Nick Karras, okay. Jock Pedersen to the Texas Rangers. I like this move for the Rangers. I do. I think there's some value on the Rangers this year. But yeah. How stupid are the Raiders for winning? Fans were killing them. Hey. I'm glad they won. Cash the money line on that one there. Nick puts in the work as much as he can. Yeah, I do. Okay. If Tim helped, we'd probably still be doing the contest for all of us, my opinion. The contest was my idea, though. So can we stop with this? But Josh Naylor traded to the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I don't like that move for Cleveland, honestly. I don't. But that's just me. Okay, cool. Are we done talking about Tim? Like, you don't have to be an asshole. Mets re-sign Manaea. Love this move. Love this move. He was awesome last year, and I mean, fading him. Good luck with that, because he's been awesome. Only 446. I'm doing great. Okay, I've sucked this month. I'm not positive this month. But yeah. Sabres and Blackhawks tied with 26 points. Wow. Thank God Manaea is back so I can fade him all year. How'd that work last year, jackass? He was one of the better pitchers in baseball. Christian Walker, 3 years, $60 million. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. D-backs have been making moves. Yeah, a little bit. Morning was good, Aubrey Travis. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, they got the job done. Guarantee Manaea has a losing year. He got his money. Mets pitching will be a disaster. Just like it was last year. Just like it was last year, right? Mets will be third place. Wouldn't shock me, because the Phillies are still a very good team, and so are the Braves. So, yeah. There. But it's both of your shows. Yeah. That's why I believe he should help. Yeah, it is, but it is. It was my idea. I wanted to take it on, so it is what it is. But yeah. LOL ignores the comment. I don't know what. Okay. Made a steady comeback. I will have all the numbers done after Christmas. I got all my records done for the backdrops and everything for this show. I just have to go through and grab all the plays from the last few days. I'll post it once I'm done with it. which will probably be after the show or something along those lines, because I'm off today, so I have time to do the numbers and everything. I'm just getting some Christmas shopping done and stuff like that. I'll probably post it on a either a members only thing or a something along those lines. Today is one of the largest NHL and NBA cards. Yes, it is. Mets team total under wins. I saw 91.5. I think that's about right. Because keep in mind, at the end of the day, the Mets won, 87 games last year? Eight, something along those lines? I don't remember how many games did the Mets win last year. Because, at the end of the day, they were a good team, but they were not a juggernaut regular season team. So let's take a look here. They won 89 games. So there you go. They won 89 games last year, so it's a two-win increase. Yeah, that's about right. Especially when they were like 81.5 last year, something like that. Yep. Cool. Okay. White Sox team total over wins. I'm dropping 1K on it. I love it. I saw 50.5. I saw 50.5 for the Chicago White Sox. And the White Sox this year will be the equivalent of the Athletics last year, where they had an absolute dreadful season. They put their win total way too low, and it goes over. So, yeah. Walker Buehler lands in Fenway. Don't even know if he's good or not, to be honest. I actually really like it. I actually really like the move there for the Red Sox. Their rotation doesn't look half bad. And I know we have a long show in front of us and everything like that. So and I have no problem talking about baseball whatsoever. And it excites me because baseball is my favorite sport. It's the one that I spend the most time on. But yeah, you look at the Red Sox potential rotation now: Garrett Crochet, Tanner Houck, Walker Buehler, Brian Bayo, Cutter Crawford, Lucas Giolito, Richard Fitz. Like, all of a sudden, yeah. Yeah, because it's only me and him, so I agree it shouldn't be his main priority. It's not, honestly, and I apologize. It should be, but I also work. I also do other things. I cap. There's a lot of college basketball these days and stuff like that. I mean, not today. There's only 5 games today, but yeah, no, I get that. Is Barkov the best player in the world? One of? Definitely one of the more underrated ones. We're at the A's. The A's win total. Let me see what the A's win total is. The Oakland A's or the Athletics are 70.5. 70.5. Manaea had such a good year that only the Mets offered him a decent money. MLB knows he's a fraud. Actually, if you actually read reports, that's bullshit. He rejected an offer from Oakland. Oakland offered him an offer, gave him an offer, and I'm assuming so did teams like Detroit and stuff like that. It's just things are not getting leaked, but we had a feeling he was going to return back to New York. He actually liked playing in New York. The pitching lab the Mets have really turned his career around. So, yeah, there you go. A 1,000 on the White Sox. What do you think? I have a plus 610 play today. There you go. White Sox for what? Over the win total. Over 50.5 wins. I promise you, Coyote, I will be on that as well. The White Sox over 50.5 wins. That will be a bet for me. So when Nick gets home from work, should help. Yeah. Team total over. Wins. What's the book for the White Sox? Team total over. It was just a post I saw at Brooksgate. Yeah, it was just a post on Twitter that shows all the win totals there. So there's that. Yeah, so I'll do it. I mean, the White Sox are not going to be 41 wins bad next year. That's one thing. That's one thing I know. They lost their best pitcher. How can they be better? It's simple. Could they be any worse? Plus, you look at the prospects that might be coming up for the White Sox this year. I think this could be not obviously they're not going to compete or anything like that, but when you look at the White Sox potentially this year, and if they're in the mode of let the kids play, it could be a fun little squad because, yeah, they're going to trade away Luis Robert as well, and they're going to be rebuilding. And here's the thing. The White Sox can lose 110 games and still go over their win total. That's the crazy thing. They can lose 110 games, and they can still go over the win total. Because a couple things we're looking at here, if they're going to let the kids play, Noah Schultz is going to make his debut this year. Kyle Teal will be their opening day starting catcher. Hagen Smith potentially could be up in 2025. Colson Montgomery, shortstop, could be up in 2025. Edgar Quaro could be up in 2025. Like, they have a lot of intriguing prospects that I actually really like. I really like Noah Schultz. I love Kyle Teal. I liked him back in Virginia. I liked him in the Red Sox farm system. I love him in this spot here. Hagen Smith, a funky lefty that came out of Arkansas last year. Colston Montgomery is a pretty good shortstop. So they have a lot. Like, if the White Sox wanted to go the route of let the kids play this year and bring up all their top prospects, they may be too stupid to realize they're supposed to suck. So, prospects. Young guys can be sneaky, and 51 wins, that's definitely not going to happen. Definitely could happen, yeah. Start the games. Fuck. Hey, we're 17 minutes in. We're starting on our first game, and we have 27 games to talk about. Yes, I know this is going to be a long show. I'm well aware this is going to be a long show. So sit back, relax. This is the last show until after Christmas because there's no games in the NBA tomorrow, so we're not doing a show tomorrow, and no games in the NHL tomorrow, so we're not doing a show then. And we're not doing a show on Christmas. So this will be the last show until the 26th. So that's why I feel we can go a little bit longer today. Let's get into it, though, seeing that we have to start the games now. I'm just kidding. Cleveland Cavaliers and the Utah Jazz. We have the Cavaliers 14-point favorites, total 232.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this one here. Wrong one. Where we have this line opened up with Cleveland as 14.5-point favorites. It's down to a 14. And this line opened up at a 230. It's now 232.5. Now, one thing we got to keep in mind is some teams are going to be going on break here a little bit because the next time the Utah Jazz will be playing is actually on the 26th. So they have a couple days off. They have Christmas off. So this is their last game until after Christmas. They're on the road for the fourth straight game, and they'll probably be heading home for Christmas and then heading out to Portland, which isn't a far travel from Utah. Cleveland, this is their third straight home game. They don't play until after Christmas. They hit the road on the 27th and play Denver. Could this be a little bit of a sleepy spot here for the Cleveland Cavaliers? And we see something along the lines of Utah first quarter. Potentially. This line opened up at a 4.5 for the first quarter spread, and it's not moved. So that's kind of interesting there. That's kind of where my first thought process goes is maybe taking a first quarter spread with the Cleveland with the Utah Jazz in this one to catch Cleveland sleeping a little bit. Their last game at home, or their last game before Christmas, they've won 4 in a row and 8 of their last 9. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win the game, the Utah Jazz. This is the best and the worst team in basketball. Actually, the Wizards are the worst team in basketball. Cleveland's 25-4, 21-8 ATS, 19-10 over under, 16-1 at home. On the flip side, Utah 7-20, 12-15 ATS, 14-13 over under, 5-10 on the road. So they're a little bit better on the road than they are at home. The Jazz have won 2 in a row. And this could easily be a spot where they're feeling good about themselves, and then they go into Cleveland and then they get their ass kicked as well. Ultimately, not a game I'm getting involved with, but if anything, I'd maybe take a shot with maybe Utah first quarter spread or first quarter money line or something like that. Take them for the first 12 minutes, and that's about it. So that would be my lead in this game, but not going to push action on the first one here. There. Let's see. Only have so much daylight. Hey, I'm off today, and I've got plenty of time. True. Hey, last show for a while. Yeah, the last show until the 26th. College starts in 5 minutes. Put the bets in. Yes, I'm on the under 56.5 in that game. For that one. Wizards team total under. Starting out with a pass. Yep. UTSA should roll Coastal Carolina using their third string quarterback. That's why I took the under. But now at this number, I would only look Coastal though. Because it opened up at a 5.5. Yes, their top two quarterbacks are out. But would this shock anybody if this game is 17-6? Like I could see something along those lines as well. I agree. 4-4-6. Under is the better play. I agree. Under is the better play. Jazz team total over. Nick, can you do a 5 to 10 minute video for the NBA Christmas days? We probably could. And what we'll do is I think Tim said he wants to do a balling out. Maybe I just hop on with that. But yeah. Cav Smash. Nick's best sport. He's up. Yeah. And the other two sports we'll be talking about today, it's going to be an ugly record there because it's been bad. 97 and 82 is a good record. Yeah, it's been pretty solid this year. 4-4-6 doesn't have mod anymore. Cleveland team total over 123.5. I bet contest pick. I don't know what contest you're talking about because you're not a member. Hello. Yeah. Roll through them quick. I'll get you guys views. There you go. NBA Christmas best bets. Yeah, I can see that. We'll move on though. San Antonio Spurs and in the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers are 5.5-point favorites. Total of 217.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. Opened up 5.5, still 5.5. Line opened up at a 221.5. It's down to a 218. So a move towards the under and no move on the side in this one here. We have the Spurs being a little bit of a public dog here. 69% of tickets and 68% of cash on the Spurs, yet the line's not moved. 88% of tickets, 88% of cash is on the over here as well. Philadelphia coming in off of getting blown out in their last game. That was on the 21st, so 2 days ago. 126-99 against Cleveland, which snapped a 2-game winning streak. Granted, both those wins were against Charlotte. On the flip side, the San Antonio Spurs, they've been playing pretty good as of late. 2 wins in a row, 4 of their last 5. Granted, their wins are coming against New Orleans, Portland, Atlanta, and Portland. So they've not been playing the greatest of competition. The Sixers have been playing better as of late. They've alternated 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss the last 9 games. And this should be the time they get on the 2 wins here. I'm kind of interested in Philly here in this game, laying the 5.5, if anything, in this spot. I want because the line's not moving, even though the public kind of likes the the Spurs, and we're starting to see some 6s pop up on a couple books. DraftKings hanging a 6, so is Circa. Matchbooks hanging a 6. So we're starting to see some 6s out there. I'm going to get my day started here. Philadelphia minus 5.5, minus 110. That's how I'm going to get my day started in the NBA, is laying the points with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sixers in this one, minus the 5.5, minus 110. Let's see. What's up, everyone? Good luck today and early Merry Christmas. There you go. Contest for what? Yeah. See, they won't let me in. I mean, it's pretty simple to be let in. We have the rules for everybody to join the contest. 4-4-6 is not special. You don't get to join the contest just because you feel like it. You have to follow the rules like everybody else. So it is what it is. If you want to make it so we're not letting you in, I mean, I hear all the money you're making, but you can't spare $5.99 for a thing, and it's bullshit. You don't actually think that they're gonna hack your card or whatever crap. So whatever. Morning, Nick. What's good? Untouchable. Yo, Money Markel. Because you act like you're broke. Yeah. Spurs plus 5.5. ESB, do you and your bro know what MLB teams y'all were most profitable with last year? It was the O's for me. I would love to look back and see which teams I did the best with. That would be something where if I had time, I would be able to sit down. But hey, sit down and do it. That'd be fun. But that would take some time. That would take some time to figure out. Spurs, yeah, you're good. Sixers smash. Sixers minus 5.5. I said let me in, and I'll give the money to somebody who needs it. ESP said no. And it's pretty simple. Because whatever. I'm not arguing with you about this, but yeah. Real solid in hockey yesterday. Rangers under. Washington first period. Washington puck line. Money line the under. Edmonton puck line. Colorado puck line. There you go. Joel over Pro. But they need the money for the prize pool. Exactly. Because right now, it's a net negative for us. Because we only have 9 members. And it's at $5.99 a thing. Granted, yeah, that's 54, but YouTube takes their cut. So right now, it's a net negative for us to run the contest. I don't have to run a contest. I don't have to. I can just do the show and move on with my life. It would make my life way easier. I don't have to run a contest. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it for money because I thought that would get more people interested in the contest. I thought it would have. Apparently, I'm wrong. No, but apparently people in the chat don't like money. But hey, it is what it is. Who gets more rebounds, Wembanyama or Embiid? I'm going to say Wembanyama, but I know Embiid still plays. I'm obviously being funny with that. This isn't a charity. No. Yeah, you can say that all you want, whatever. Commanders plus 185 and plus 400, never in doubt. How about them Eagles? I was told the Eagles are the best team in football. Yeah. We're gamblers. Yeah, we are. Yeah, 446. They won't let him in. It's a conspiracy. Ah! Yeah, right. I mean, he is a little special. Yeah. I should be grandfathered in. You should nothing. Like, yeah, cool. Then all the other people who've been watching us from the beginning should. Well, that's right. But hey. Then a lot of people should be. Yeah. You got time today. I got Christmas shopping to do. Other than that, I mean, I'm trying to think what else I need to do today. I just have to finish up Christmas shopping. So maybe, I mean, I got all my, and that'd be fun to know which team I was able to read better. But yeah. I used to play pogo games. They hacked my card and ran up 5K in bills. I don't believe that, but okay. Are there really no sports tomorrow? Yeah, there's no sports tomorrow. No NBA, no NHL. There might be a couple college football games, and then there's there's the college football Hawaii Bowl. That's it. Literally tomorrow is a day off. It is a day off tomorrow. Is what it is. I probably won't record a video tonight. I'll probably record a video on the Hawaii Bowl. What am I talking about here? But yeah. This is it's yeah. He can just take the money and move on. Yeah. I don't have to give out $50 to the winner that's profitable. Like, I don't have to do that. I wanted to. I wanted to try to increase engagement and stuff like that. And I felt like not a lot of people, I felt like the contest that we did that was free for all ended up turning into a bunch of bullshit. Like, nobody cared. Everybody threw a million plays in, and it is what it is. I just felt like when it was free and everybody was involved, nobody cared. We had people down negative 100 units, and nobody cared. It was a joke. So I thought maybe people if people wanted to compete seriously, money on the line, I think people would. I was wrong. Okay. It was a good idea to have subscriber pool, but it ruined the views. My opinion. Okay. If Hurts didn't get hurt, they win the game. They are the best team. I didn't know Jalen Hurts plays defense. That's an interesting thing because the team gave up 36 points yesterday. Really? Like the team gave up 36 points yesterday. How are you supposed to tell me Jalen Hurts getting hurt cost the defense to give up 22 points in the fourth quarter? Like, I mean, I had no idea that Jalen Hurts was able to make some really good tackles. Like, what? Okay. And they still have one of the best running. I mean, Barkley went for 150 yards yesterday. They had no problem moving the ball. Kenny Pickett and the offense put up 33 points themselves. It's a bullshit excuse is what it is. It is. Because they scored all those points with Pickett under center. So they put up 33 points without Jalen Hurts. I don't see the excuse there. No, Nick, last minute, yeah. I'm always, yeah. I'm always, but yeah. Do it a week earlier. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, I tried to, but yeah. It's just a couple things I have to get. It's nothing crazy. Why would I lie about that? To make us feel bad and let you in. Okay. Hey, shout out to Untouchable Gamer becoming a member of the channel. So you are now eligible for the contest. So welcome to the contest here. Basically, just be positive. And I know you do your same game parlays. It's just going to have to be, and this is just a rule for everybody. But yeah, there you go. Because because they all went down and I went up. Yeah. Untouchable about to take this. It wouldn't shock me. Just go in and put a couple good plays in, and that's all you really need to do to win this contest this month. W Untouchable. Hell yeah. Go Blues. I was going to try to snipe the contest with single bets. LOL. Same game parlays are really my thing. And and I understand that, but yeah. That shuts 446 up. Yep. LOL, when Hurts went out, was worth a shot with Pickett interception. Yep. Coastal Carolina, first possession, punt. Yes. We have 11 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 on the UTSA 18 for the Road Runners. Meet. Live total down to 53.5. I joined the Ice Guys Patreon and I'm up 18 units since Monday. There you go. Pay to play, baby. There you go. Eagles isn't the best team in the league. Jalen's a bum and he's a crybaby. AJ Brown. Yeah, and they played a very cupcake schedule a little bit, the Eagles as well. So there you go. They're legit fuck for real though. Yeah. What will Untouchable's first pick be? Probably something in the NHL, probably the Capitals, or the Blues. I'm just kidding. They ain't going to the Super Bowl. Telling you guys now. Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns. It's the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are for me. Eagles best team? Heck no. Still very good. Yes. Yeah. And they should make the NFC Championship game. Really, it should be Lions and Eagles in the NFC Championship game for sure. But yeah, over Chiefs is wild. But who am I? Yeah, I mean, I don't see the Chiefs as the best team in football. I know they're 14-1, but when you look at how they've won games and stuff like that, I still think that there's a few teams better. I think the Lions are better, even though their record's worse. So it is what it is. We'll move on. We are 3 games in, 34 minutes in to a 27-game card. So let's keep it going here. Charlotte and Houston. The Hornets -6, or the Rockets 6.5 point road favorite, 6.5 road favorites, total 220 in this game. Line opened up to 6, now it's a 6.5. Line opened up 217, it's now a 220. So we have a move towards the over. We have a move towards the Rockets in this game here. We have, let's take a look. We have 73% tickets, 73% cash on Houston. The line's moving slightly towards them, at least. For those who want to back the Rockets, at least the market's moving in your direction. On the flip side, we have, for the total, 88% tickets and 88% cash in the over, and the line's dropping. So the only question is, have you missed your line? Because this line opened up around the 223 mark, I believe, and the line's gone up. Or has the line gone up or the line gone down? I feel like the line went up. My bad. So at least the market's respecting the cash coming in. The Rockets are 19-9, 17-11 ATS, 14-14 over under, 8-5 on the road. Charlotte 7-21 straight up, 15-13 ATS, 12-15 over under, 5-10 at home. The Rockets are coming in winning 2 straight, 4 of the last 5. Their next game will be in New Orleans on the 26th, so they won't play until after Christmas. On the flip side, the Hornets, they won't play till after Christmas as well. They'll head to Washington after this. They've lost 4 straight games, 9 of the last 10. Maybe they're just looking forward to the Christmas break. So there's that as well. But for me, no interest in this game whatsoever. I guess a small lean towards Houston, but I'm not getting involved from this one here. And if you like Houston, I would say more Houston team total over. But yeah. Let's see. Notice Nick only shows his NBA pick record because he's winning in that sport. You won't see the NFL record. Well, I'll call you on your bullshit. Yes, you will. And you'll see my hockey record as well. I have all of them. I have all of them available for today. So I call you on your bluff. Lions isn't going to the Super Bowl either with Montgomery hurt or whoever out for season running back. I think running back's the most overrated position in football. So, Mark Williams over 8.5 points. He will be updated. We will just be updated them. He will just be updating them. Yeah. Maybe if you showed up, you would know. Nick is obsessed with teams and will never sway. Let him think the Lions will win. They won't. They were my preseason pick, but yeah. Okay. Rockets team total under 113.5. LOL. No need to think about my first contest. It'll be the Blues. Hey, I was spot on. It was the Blues and the Capitals. I was spot on. Hornets plus 6.5. Pass on the side. Example of teams obsessed with. Padres failed. I mean, they lost in 5 games against the Dodgers. Browns fail. I mean, they lost their quarterback after that. And Panthers fail. Okay. I mean, don't point out the teams I was right about though. Like the Florida Panthers last year. I was all over them until they won the whole thing. I mean, I've had teams where a couple of years ago I was on the Nuggets throughout the playoffs. Like don't look at the teams I've been right about. I said last year that the Miami Marlins after making the playoffs would be a 100-loss baseball team, and they were. And I'm going to stick with the Devils this year. And ready? I'll give you this now. I'll give you this now. Yeah, and Coyote make ready. And here, for baseball, there's going to be 2 teams that I'm going to be very interested in to win their division: the Reds and the Red Sox. Those are 2 teams that I am very high on heading into this year as well. Sharp gunslinger plus money for the most part. There you go. 446 become a member like Untouchable. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, Nick needs to pick teams to bet against, not bet on. Yes. Yep. I like finding teams to bet against more than bet on, personally. Yeah, there. But it looks like they missed a field goal here in this game. I'm watching on the Fanatics live odds. Looks like we have a missed field goal, so the live total down to 49.5, 7:43 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Coastal on the Coastal 36-yard line. There. You did pick the Panthers to win. I'll give you that credit. Yeah. No, don't say Red Sox. But hey, I'm on the Reds and the Red Sox this year. Yep. Oh no, he said it. Our under, it's off to a good start. Very, very early, halfway through the first quarter, but very, very early, but it's off to a good start. We'll have to hear about the Red Sox all year now. I will be on them to over their win total, which I believe is 84.5, and I'm going to take a shot with them to win the division as well, which I have to find what those odds are. I like the way their rotation's forming. I think offensively they're better than offensively. I think they're better than anybody in the division offensively. The Red Sox. When you look at their potential starting lineup, they're going to be really strong this year. Should we live bet the college football game? That's up to you. I'm sitting on the under 56.5, so I feel no need to live bet it. So yeah, I feel no need to at all right now. 446. How much were you up for MLB? Yeah. Adding Nashville plus 105 and the Islanders puck line plus 155. There you go. I forgot, but of course had a winning season. I was up 40 units in baseball this year. It was really I love baseball. So if you see something like Rob, I like it. Yeah. But sometimes college because you can get a good feel for the game. That's fair. Yeah, never bet the MLB like that. Well, this year I can't wait. I cannot wait for some Major League Baseball action this upcoming season. Let's move on, though. The Boston Celtics and the Orlando Magic. The Celtics, 10.5-point road favorites, total of 215 in this game. The Magic are a good home team. That's one thing to keep in mind here, and this is definitely the biggest line you're going to get with the Magic at home this year, 10.5-point dogs. Line opened up in a 9. It's now up to a 10.5. Line opened up to 18.5. It's all the way down to 214.5. So a move towards the under here as well in this game. And let's take a look. We have the Magic. They're 18-12 straight up, 17-12 and 1 ATS, 14-16 over under, and 11-2 at home. The Celtics are 22-6 straight up, but 11-17 ATS, 12-15 and 1 over under, 11-2 on the road. So the Celtics are an awesome road team. The Magic are an awesome home team. 65% tickets, 73% of cash on the Celtics. Line's moving towards them here. The Celtics are coming in off of a dominating win. Their next game, though, is on Christmas. They're one of the 10 teams that are going to be playing on Christmas Day. They get a matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers, which sound like a fun matchup preseason, but it's definitely not now. So maybe it's a look-ahead spot for the Celtics for their Christmas game. And on the flip side, the Orlando Magic, their next game is at home against the Miami Heat the day after Christmas. So they'll get Christmas off here this year. The Magic. That would be the only way I want to look now at 10.5. I would look towards the Magic, and that's it. But I don't force a lot of action in the NBA. I'm very low volume in the NBA as well. So far, only the Sixers for me, which they do. Now think about it, they do play the Celtics next. So that now, yeah. So right now, I mean, this would be Magic or nothing if I am going to bet the game, but it's just stay off spot for me. Jalen Suggs over 20.5 points. There you go. Nick said something about hockey. Can't wait for the season to start. Now he's ready to move. I am more interested in baseball. That's just pretty simple there. It opened up at a 6.5, I think. The Magic, it opened up at a 9. Yeah, people need to live in the present. Yeah. Missed your comment. Who is y'all's most profitable team in the MLB? I don't know. But yeah, I would have to go back and look. I would probably say Marlins games are very profitable for me. Trying to remember what other games were. I want to say Braves games were pretty profitable for me because they had a lot They had a lot of unders that I bet, and they were pretty profitable. The Astros for me were pretty profitable when they were on their nice little run in the midseason there to basically erase that 10-game deficit. I would have to take a look. Though. Celtics smash. Any team that played Miami, yeah, pass on the side. The Magic is gone for the Magic. Right now it is. It really is. Action Network says 6.5 one book opened up at. That's crazy. I don't look at Action Network. Yeah, I don't look at Action Network for those type of things because I've noticed they're very funky when it comes to opening lines, and we don't know where that opening line was. So I use other things for live or for live odds and stuff like that. But yeah, so we have the Miami Heat. They are 10-point favorites against the Brooklyn Nets. I know one thing: the Heat are not a team I like to lay these type of points on at all. Let's take a look though at the line history here. It opened up at an 8.5. Now we're up to a 10. Opening line was a 214. It's now down to a 213. Let's take a look. Is at least the public on 61% ticket, 62% cash on the Heat, and the line's moving towards them. Interesting, because my initial thought was getting the points with the Nets seemed pretty intriguing, but maybe not as much. I'm definitely not laying 10.5 with the Heat. That's one thing I'm not interested in. 13-13 straight up, 11-15 ATS, 15-11 over under. They are 8-5 at home. On the flip side, the Brooklyn Nets 11-17, 16-11-1 ATS, 14-14 over under, 6-9 on the road. They're coming in off of a loss against Utah, so bad loss there in their last game. On the flip side, the Miami Heat are coming in on 3 straight losses. Now, maybe is this a team that they can get right against? Potentially. This is the 3rd game in 4 days for the Miami Heat, though. Granted, this is not the 3rd game in 4 days for Brooklyn in this game. I just think 10.5 is too many points, especially with a Brooklyn Nets team that's been covering a decent amount. And I can get 10.5 with them here. I don't trust the Miami Heat laying these type of points at all. So I'm gonna grab them here. Give me the Brooklyn Nets plus 10.5 minus 110 over on Bet365. I do see the Nets staying competitive in this game. So I'm on Brooklyn here plus the 10.5 against the Heat, a team that I don't trust Miami to blow out anybody by any stretch of the imagination. So there's that. It looks like we have another punt here, and it was down at the UTSA 1. Live total 45.5 here for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. So looking good there with 3 minutes, 48 seconds left in this game in the first quarter. Let's see. Yeah, makes sense. New Orleans kicker group over 1.5 field goals, and New Orleans plus 110. There you go. Under 213 contest pick. I still don't see a membership thing next to your name. I will go back and I will track every I will track every single one of your contest picks. Become a member. Heat smash. Heat game under 213. Wow, 4-4-6. Yeah. What do you think about Walker going to the Red Sox? I like the move for the Red Sox. I do. It gives them a nice rotation piece as well. And now that rotation looks pretty solid. Like last year, that rotation looked weak. But now they added Crochet. They added Walker, which the second year off of Tommy John is generally when they get better. The first year is when they kind of struggle. So I'm not shocked to see Bueller struggle last year, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him pitch a lot better this upcoming season. So live bet the under 49.5. That's such a smart play once you considering you could have gotten 56.5 pregame. So there you go. When me and Nick are on the same play for college football, bet it like 4-6. I mean, I can still see it going under 49.5, but in my head, if I could have gotten 56.5 pregame, I don't want 49. I don't want a touchdown worse, and now it's 45.5. So there you go. You guys talked me into the under goes there. Why is my computer? Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. All right. My computer being slow. There we go. We'll move on. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Atlanta Hawks. The Wolves 4-point favorites, total 223 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. Open up at a 4. It's down to 3.5. So we do have a move towards Atlanta in this game here. Line open up 222.5 and down to 224.5 in this game. We have 55% of tickets and 60% of cash coming in on Atlanta. At least the line's moving towards them for those interested in betting them. For the total, 88% of tickets and 85% of cash is on the over in this one as well. Taking a look at the matchup in this game, as I'm still on the Brooklyn game, let me switch it over to the Atlanta game here. The Hawks are 14-15 this year, 11-18 over ATS, 19-10 over under, 7-7 at home. They're 7-7 at home and 7-7 on the road. They did lose one game in Vegas, which was a neutral site game. The Minnesota Timberwolves 14-13 straight up, 11-16 ATS, 13-14 over under, 6-7 on the road. Let's take a look at what these two teams have done as of late. Back-to-back losses for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got blown out against the Knicks, and then they lose by double digits against the Golden State Warriors, 113-103. The Golden State Warriors were my favorite play of that night, though. The Atlanta Hawks coming in on 3 straight losses for the last 5, so they've really struggled as of late. Their next game is on the 26th. Minnesota does get Dallas on Christmas in Dallas, so maybe this is a look-at spot for Minnesota to play Dallas next game, which actually really intrigues me, and a potential spot here, getting the points with a home dog with the Atlanta Hawks. I want to see if I could still get a 4, because, I mean, a 4 would be awesome. But with that being said, I'm kind of, the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm interested in the Hawks in this game here. And I can get plus 3.5 at minus 110 on a bunch of different books. Yeah, I'll do it. Fanatics plus 3.5 Atlanta Hawks minus 110. I see this as a potential look-at spot for the Minnesota Timberwolves to their Christmas Day game against the Dallas Mavericks, a team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. Granted, they've played against the Mavericks before, since being eliminated from the playoffs. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the Hawks here at plus 3.5 at minus 110 for this game. The feel of the game, though, if you touch down to it. Yeah. Will the Sabres ever win a game? Yeah, they will. They're due. They're so due for a win. Will smash? No. All Tim's teams lose. All right. Wolves minus 4. Wolves are a disaster. Trade was a disaster. Knicks stole Towns. Yeah. Has anybody watched HBO Max show Bookie? It's good. No, I don't really. I don't. That guy under 10.5 points. Hawks plus 3.5. There you go. All right, cool. We'll move on. The New York Knicks are 14-point favorites against the Toronto Raptors. Total 226 in this game, 226.5. Let's get into the line history in this game here, where we opened up at a 14. It's still a 14, so no line movement on the side here. Line opened up 227. It's down to a 226.5. We have 55% of tickets, 59% of cash on the Knicks. So kind of a split ticket, which explains why the line really hasn't moved. For the side, 81% of tickets, 77% of cash is on the over in this game, yet the line's moved down 0.5 point, which does intrigue me, maybe a little bit of an under in this game. We have the Knicks, who are 18-10 straight up, 14-13-1 ATS, 15-13 over under, and 8-4 at home. The Raptors are 7-22 this year, 9-19 ATS though, 14-15 over under, 1-12 on the road. They have lost 7 straight games, but they're 4-2-1 in those games ATS wise. So the Raptors are losing games, but they are covering in games They covered as 9-point dogs in a loss against Houston. They pushed as they lost as 2-point favorites against Brooklyn. They pushed as 1-point dogs against Chicago. They covered as 10.5-point dogs against Miami. They covered as 7.5-point home dogs against these New York Knicks that they lost by 5 against just 2 weeks ago. So this is a Toronto team that's been playing close to teams. It intrigues me. The Raptors do intrigue me a little bit in this game. Line not moving. I'm starting to see some. I see a 14.5 on ESPN bet. I see a 13.5 on Fanatics. Plus 14.5, minus 115. Very intriguing. The Raptors, their next game is on December the 26th against Memphis, and the New York Knicks get a game on Christmas. So maybe this is a look-ahead spot for the Christmas game as well. I'll take 14.5 with the Raptors in this game. Minus 115 in this spot. We see the Raptors are playing competitive basketball. I see a potential look-ahead spot here for the New York Knicks, getting the Christmas game against the Spurs on deck. So maybe that's a little bit bigger of a matchup rather than being two touchdown favorites in this game. Plus 14.5, minus 115 on ESPN. Give me the Toronto Raptors. Knicks smash. Knicks should win this by 20 or more. Raptor back-to-back. Fair. The Raptors did play yesterday. Yeah. It is what it is. Raptors team total under 105.5. Raptors plus 14. Don't do it, Rob. I won't bet the NBA. I won't bet NBA. No betting allowed. Knicks money line's a lock. Contest pick. Wow. Minus 1,000's a lock. Yeah. That's. A good thing you're not in the contest because that's not allowed in the contest. We don't allow minus 1,000s in our contest. Easy pass. Raptors money line plus 595. There you go. We'll move on. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Chicago Bulls. The Bucks 1.5-point road favorites, total 230.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this one here. It opened up at a 1.5, and it's still a 1.5. Line opened up at a 236. It's plummeted all the way down to a 230.5 in this game here. Kind of interesting to see this matchup be so closely priced. Line opened up. All right, my bad. Not line opened up. Cash flow in this game. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, no surprise there. 76% of tickets, 76% of the cash. It's on the Bucks on the spread. 59% of the tickets are on the Bucks money line, but 53% of the cash on the Bulls money line. So the Bulls looking kind of sharp in this game. The Bulls immediately grabbed my attention really in this game. Milwaukee, they're coming in off of a win 112-101 against the Washington Wizards. They did not get their team total over, so now 4 straight team totals have not cashed against the Washington Wizards, which we'll be talking about the Wizards in a couple games there. The Bulls are coming in off of that back-to-back against the Boston Celtics. They won outright as 14-point dogs the first game, and then the Celtics bounced back in game 2 there with a 25-point win. Doubled up on the Celtics in that game. That was a pretty clear and obvious spot. The Bulls are 4-10 at home this year. This makes no sense why the Bulls are only plus 1.5 in this game. It makes no sense whatsoever, which makes me love it even more. Give me the Bulls on the money line here at plus 105 at ESPN Bet. This was a spot that, when I was looking at the card this morning, jumped off the page to me. That the Bucks are only minus 1.5 on the road here against the Chicago Bulls, who have not been very good this year. And that told me that the Bulls are very, very live in this game. And I believe one other thing I wanted to bring up with this game is I believe this is a potential look ahead. No, wow. The Bucks do not play on Christmas. Okay. But for me, give me Chicago plus 105 in this game. I think the line tells you almost everything you need to know about this game. I think the Bulls are very, very live. So I'll take a shot here. Bulls plus 105 in this game for me. LOL. Bulls money line. LOL. Bucks minus 1.5. Bulls money line plus 105. Bucks had their title run and won. Back to reality now losing. Give me the Bulls contest pick. Okay. There's some massive favorites in the NBA, and it's a Monday. We know what to do. Yeah, Lillard sounds doubtful. Yeah. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. People show some appreciation. Subscribe and share. Timmy, you know the rest of the saying. My dog, full NBA slate. Christmas came early. Yeah, we have 13 games in the NHL. It's great, Marcos. We haven't even gotten to the NHL yet. The best part. There you go. Y'all crazy. Bucks turning it around. Bulls don't play no defense. Fair. What's good, MD? Oh, man, no Timmy. It happens. We'll move on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games remaining in the NBA, and we are an hour in. Hell of a chat today, guys. The LA Clippers and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies minus 5.5 point favorites. Total 229 in this game. Line opened up at a 4.5. It's now a 5.5. Line opened up at 234. It's down to a 229. So a 5-point line movement towards the under. A 1-point line movement here towards the Grizzlies in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. 70% of tickets and 72% of cash on the Grizzlies. The line's moving towards them, so that makes sense. And then for the total, 77% of tickets, 77% of cash on the over here as well. Not a game I was particularly interested in. Not a game that I was looking to bet heading into the card. The Memphis Grizzlies 20-9 straight up NATS. 18-11 over under. 13-3 at home this year. The Grizzlies are 16-13 straight up, 7-11-1 ATS, 18-11-18 over under, 10-6 at home. 6-7 on the road. So kind of a tricky spot here. Not anything I'm getting involved with. The Clippers have won 3 in a row against the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies really struggled last year. One thing there. The Clippers do not have a Christmas game, and neither do the Grizzlies, so nothing really to look ahead to there. So overall, no play here for me. I guess it's a lean towards the Grizzlies, but don't feel the need to force it in this one. Let's see. Bucks money line, shocker. Markel Lillard's out. All right. Road Warriors. Who's Timmy Marcos? Okay. I already know he's out. Clippers +6. Grizzlies first half again. Clippers +5.5. I came to watch the best part of the show. NBA. Got to rewind to catch what I missed. Memphis in the under. First quarter in the books and no score. Under looks good. We're off to a great start. We're off to a great start in that game. It's 0-0 at the end of the first quarter there with UTSA and Coastal Carolina. The live total is 44.5. There you go. Clippers +6, -120. Clippers +185. Clip Nation. Grizzlies can score. Damn. Yeah, they can. Cavs first half. You follow me in college football. I say you got a good chance of winning. I'll brag about college football up to 78 units this year. Yeah. That's definitely something worth bragging about. They put up points. Yeah. Saints money line. Fade the whack Packers. Saints money line. What are you smoking? Yeah. Nick, what are you on so far in the NBA? I started it off with the Philadelphia 76ers -5.5. I am on the Brooklyn Nets +10.5. I'm on the Atlanta Hawks +3.5. I'm on the Toronto Raptors +14.5, and the Chicago Bulls at +105. So I'm on a few dogs and that as well, and the Sixers. No OT, please. College overkiller OT. Yeah, well, it is called overtime. It's not called undertime. But yeah, no, it's 0-0 heading. I mean, and this is so far as the I feel like it's capped correctly so far. I thought that offensively, the what do you call it? The Chanticleers were going to struggle. So anything else, be careful of following. Fair. Only Detroit's finest. UTSA won't go to overtime against this garbage Coastal Carolina. Here's the thing, though, is that maybe some people forgot this game is being played at Coastal Carolina Stadium. It's the Myrtle Beach Bowl. That is one thing that I almost took a shot with Coastal, but it is what it is. I like Philly, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, and Toronto. There you go. Edie over 9.5 points. Marco's smoking there. No smoking here, Marcos. Hey, smoke whatever you want. It is what it is. We'll head to this game here, and no, there's no typo on this game. There's an 18-point favorite in the NBA today. The Oklahoma City Thunder are 18-point favorites in this game. The line opened up at a 17. Now we're seeing an 18. Line opened up 225. Now 226. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. I'm assuming, nothing crazy there. 51% of tickets and 48% of the cash is on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The line's moving towards them. That makes sense there. 83% of tickets, 83% of cash on the over. And the line, I don't think the line had moved for the total in this game here. Let's take a look. Line opened up at a 225, it's now 226. Yeah, public on the over though, which makes it with all the money coming in on the over makes sense. The line's moving towards said over. This is a matchup of the best and the worst in all of basketball. The Thunder are 22-6 straight up, 17-8-3 ATS, 11-17 over under, 10-2 at home. On the flip side, the Washington Wizards are 4-22. They're 9-16-1 ATS. They're 12-13-1 over under. They're 1-11 on the road. They're coming in off of a loss 112-101 against the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been playing better defense as of late. They haven't given up more than 115 points in 4 straight games. Touchdown UTSA 7-0 Roadrunners there now. But on the flip side, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're coming in off of a win against the Miami Heat, 104-97, which was following a push as a 6-point favorite against the Orlando Magic. I mean, I have no interest in the Washington Wizards really ever this year. The Wizards have been a team I've bet a lot against this year, and they've been a big reason why I've been profitable this year is because I've been taking team totals overs against them. If I'm playing, I'm laying, but hell, 17.5, 18 points is a lot of fucking points. And it's definitely not anything that I'm particularly like, oh, I have to bet this. I mean, if I would, minus 17.5, minus 112 on DraftKings, but nothing I'm getting involved with whatsoever in this game. Easy pass here for me. Let's see. Cats locked up the 1 seed. Shaking my head. KC will lock up the 1 seed in a couple days. They haven't locked the Lions have not locked up anything yet. Not even the division. So who's buying tickets doesn't matter where. It's really everyone is on break. Yeah. And if you're looking to buy tickets, you can head over to SeatGeek, use the promo code ESB, and it'll save you $20 off your first purchase. OKC smash, pass, Thunder in the under. Shocker, OKC money line. Yeah, minus 2,500. Yeah, fuck out of here with that. How do I access the spreadsheets? I will repost. I'll repost the spreadsheets in a member-only post after the show. So, UTSA in the red zone. Yep, I opened my mouth. Happy holidays, everyone. What's good, Bailey? How about the Maple Leafs the other day against the Islanders? How about the Maple Leafs? Minus 13 looking good. Yeah, I stayed off the minus 13 for a reason, or the plus 13 for a reason, but yeah. Hello. Know it all, Bailey. All right. UTSA will win 38-zip. Yes, they have, Nick. I seen it last night. Detroit has the bye because Philly lost. Commentators put up their, at the moment, but the Vikings can still win the division. The Lions have not clinched anything yet. They're now a game better than the Eagles, but they're now a game better than the Eagles, but they're tied with the Vikings. Classic Leafs fans delusional. Know it. Know it all. Bailey is back. Let's go. There you go. You doing Christmas Day show? No. We'll do a video. We'll do videos for the games, but we will not be doing the actual games themselves. Or we will not be doing the live show for it. We'll do free pick videos for it because Christmas is a day we spend with family. So, no, we won't. We won't be. Yeah, there you go. We'll move on. Still 4 more games left in the NBA, and then we still have NHL after this and the NFL. The NFL game, which I don't think I'm going to spend too much time on the NFL game because I have nothing in it. But let's get into Dallas Mavericks and the Portland Trailblazers. Line opened up 9.5. It's now 10.5 for Dallas. Line opened up 228. It's now 229.5. So we'll move towards the over here as well. 82% tickets, 85% of cash on the Mavericks. Line's moving towards the Mavericks, though, for those Dallas backers. 82% of tickets, 83% of cash is on the over here as well. The line's moved towards set over this one. This was one of the quicker passes I had on the card here for this one. The line's moving towards the Mavericks, but the public is on them. So that makes sense. The line's moving towards them. And they got the Minnesota Timberwolves on Christmas. So that's definitely a potential look-ahead spot for them. Portland look-ahead spot against Utah. I'm being funny there. In their next game. So really nothing I want to get involved with there. Portland's lost 8 of their last 10 games and 7 of their last 8. So definitely not a team I'm wanting to back here. They're 5-5 ATS. They've covered in 3 of their last 4 games, but no, not a game I'm getting involved with. This was one of the easier passes on the card for me. Let's see. After today, we won't see ESB for a month. No. The 26th. We'll be back on the 26th. 2 days. You can last 2 days. And Christmas Eve, where there's literally nothing. On Christmas, where there is 5 NBA games. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. If the Vikings get first in the NFC, I'll take whoever it is against them. Money line in the playoffs. Minnesota team stuck in the playoffs. Yep. 100%. Leave it up to the Pels who show up as double digits, lose to OKC in overtime. Yes. Clay 4 threes tonight. There you go. Let me run the show and you can. Yeah. As fun as that sounds, unfortunately that won't be an option. Mav smash. Luka is out. 446 loves the show. Yeah, he does. He's just salty. Move on. Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns. We will see this matchup on Christmas itself. So kind of an interesting little tidbit there. Line opened up at a 7. It's plummeted all the way down to a 4.5. So we have a big move towards Phoenix in this game. On the flip side, for the total, line opened up 234. It's now down to a 230.5. Tells me there's an injury. There's got to be an injury in here. Lines don't move 3 points like that. I mean, sometimes they do. No, there's no injuries here. No big injuries. I mean, Booker is day to day, but that wouldn't make the line move towards the Suns, though. The Nuggets are 15-11 this year. They're 10-5-1, 10-15-1 ATS, 17-8-1 over under, 7-4 at home. The Suns are 14-13. They're 9-18 ATS. They're 16-11 over under. They're 5-7 on the road. The Suns are off of back-to-back losses against the Detroit Red Wings. I'm ready for hockey, apparently. Detroit Pistons and the Indiana Pacers. On the flip side, the Denver Nuggets, they're off of a win against New Orleans, not covering now. This is a Nuggets team that I have not bet that much this year. And I think I've bet more against them than on them. Unfortunately, I think we missed our line here with the Suns. 55% of tickets, 63% cash on them. The line's all the way down to a 4.5. It was a 7 at open. 6.5 you could have gotten for a while. 86% of tickets, 83% cash on the over here as well. It's Suns or nothing. It's Phoenix or nothing for me in this game. And honestly, here's the way I would like to approach this game. Whoever wins tonight, you take the opposite team on Christmas. I think that's the way to approach this one. Nuggets winning cover tonight, you take Phoenix at home on Christmas type of thing here. So if Phoenix wins, then you take the Denver Nuggets on Christmas. I think that is the better approach to this game, is watch what happens in this one and bet the other team on Christmas. That would be the way I would approach this game. No action for me right now in this game, though. Yeah, but ESP. No. They despise Mr. Numbers. No. You guys want my plus 610 pick? All right. Nuggets smash. They shit on 446, no respect. I mean, we only shit on you when you get on minus the thousands. So Russell Westbrook, 20 plus points, plus 610. That's plus 610? Wow. Suns. All right, cool. Let him run the show. Pass on the side. That's fair. Nuggets should trade Joker. Here we go again. Nothing going nowhere. Get 5 first round. Okay. We're still doing this shit. There's no guarantee any of the 5 first round picks would do anything. They're probably all late first round picks, and Joker's the best player in basketball. No. Nuggets win today, but pass. All right, fair. Yes, sir. Going to be a snipe. Don't entertain him. All right. Let's get into the final 2 games here. The Indiana Pacers and the Golden State Warriors. I backed both these 2 teams in their last games. They both got the job done. Let's get into it. Golden State opened up at a 5.5. It's still a 5.5. Line opened up 231.5 down to a 229.5. So move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. 84% tickets, 74% cash on the over. If this line has moved 2 points towards the under. 61% tickets, 57% of the cash on the over. On the Pacers in this game. The line has not moved. The Pacers are on the second half of a back-to-back. They got the win yesterday against Sacramento. Was on them plus 115 there. And now they head to Golden State. Not a far travel from Sacramento to Golden State, obviously. Golden State 15-12 straight up, 15-11 and 1 ATS, 12-15 over under, 7-5 at home. The Indiana Pacers 14-15 straight up, 12-16 and 1 ATS, 16-12 and 1 over under, 6-11 on the road. The Pacers have now won 4 straight games in a row against Philly, New Orleans, Phoenix, and Sacramento. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. The Golden State Warriors snapped their 3-game losing streak with a 113-103 win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The only teams that they've managed to beat in the last 5 games are the T-Wolves and the T-Wolves. And both those games were coming off of embarrassing big blowout losses. So all they need to do is get blown out again, and we can back the Warriors again. I say that jokingly. But, I mean, this is not a good spot for either team, I think. We have the second half of a back-to-back traveling for Indiana Pacers. Granted, it's from Sacramento to Golden State. And Golden State is they're at home, yeah, but they get the Lakers next at home for Christmas. I don't really want to back the Warriors here tonight with a potential look-at spot to the Lakers on Christmas Day at home. So it's going to be a stay-off spot for me. Gun ahead, maybe take a shot at the Pacers, but this is the Pacers' last game until after Christmas. And they travel home after this, I believe. So ultimately, not a game I'm getting involved with here at all. Let's see. Joker's the best center in the league, not the best player. Look at the numbers. Yeah. Nuggets lose to Portland, barely beat the Pelicans. They are not good. They're injured, and do they care right now? Like this feels like when teams know they're going to the playoffs and they just like coast. This feels like the Lightning from a few years ago where they know that they're going to make the playoffs, but they just the regular season just doesn't matter to them. So we'll see. Nobody's trading Jokic. No, if you trade Jokic, you get fired. That's the way you do it. I mean, that's a fireable offense. I'm glad you're not the GM of Denver. Jokic is definitely the best. He's the MVP right now. They should. Over 229.5. His contract is worth way more than 5 first-round picks. Absolutely. I think 5 first-round picks would be a steal for the team getting Jokic. Really. It would be a steal for whoever's getting Jokic. 5 first-round picks? Yeah, no. Pacers plus 5. Time for them to reload, get a boatload of picks before he gets old and you get nothing. No. And he's still in his prime. Pass. They won a title, so time to let go. No. I mean, I'm not a Nuggets fan, but it's still stupid. Warriors team total under 117.5. Pacers plus 5.5. Exactly. Murray is shot. Other starters are stiffs. No bench. Okay. Dallas lay it. Road Warriors. 14-0 UTSA. And the live total is back up to 49. You jinxed it. Wow. He averaged a triple-double. Kate Cunningham is averaged that. Luka averaged that. Scotty Barnes averaged that. A triple-double? Okay. UTSA 14-0 UTSA. Phoenix money line. What did I say? 446. No, he's not MVP at all because he averaged a triple-double. You said don't lay -13. Okay. Fresno State money line. I really didn't have too much of a feel on that game, honestly. NIU, if you can get NIU at a field goal or lower, that's where I'd lean in that game, but not getting involved. No OT. 14-0 they can cover, but with a field goal, just under is more safer. Fair. Trade Michael Porter Jr., not Jokic. Yeah, I would say trade Murray and Michael Porter Jr. before trading Jokic. Jokic is someone you build around, not someone you trade away. We'll head to the final. We've made it to the final NBA game on the card. The Lakers and the Pistons. Lakers opened up as 8-point favorites. It's plummeted. But within 5 minutes, it went down to a 6.5. Since then, it's gone down to a 5.5. Line opened up 226. It's now 223.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 78% of tickets, 79% of cash on the Lakers, and the line's moving towards the Pistons. 86% of tickets, 72% of cash on the over here as well. I think everything's starting to correlate here for me to take a shot with the Detroit Pistons here in this game. And when we look at the situation, we have Detroit coming in off of a win, 133-125 against Phoenix. They don't play until after. They will stay on the road during Christmas break here to play Sacramento and Denver. On the flip side, the Lakers, they've won 3 in a row, feeling good. They're on a second half of a back-to-back, third game in 4 days. And they play on Christmas. They play on Christmas against the Golden State Warriors. So who says they care about this game when you have a Christmas game against the Warriors? I'm getting +6 with the Pistons over on FanDuel. Pistons +6, -114 on FanDuel for me in this game. I think this is a good situational spot for the Detroit Pistons. The markets agree with it here as well. Public all over the Lakers, line moving towards the Pistons. Everything correlates for me here. Detroit Pistons plus the 6, -114 over on FanDuel. Let's see. I have to cover -13 and go under 49.5. Okay. Timestamp it. F. Tim's Sabres, same game parlay. Islanders first period over 5.5, and the Islanders money line +380. There you go. Cream of wheat or grits? They both suck. You bums talked me into the under. Thanks. Here's the thing though. I got it at 56.5. I did not get it at 49.5. So I got a good number on it. You jumped in late at a bad number. So that's on you. I said don't bet it at 49.5. Fakers don't good at home recently. So fakers. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Not you, Mark. Okay. Kate Cunningham, triple-double. Nick and Coyote bums. I got it at 56.5. But yeah, I'm still feeling okay about it. The live total is 50.5. Sprinkle OT in LA. Late night special. Yeah, Pistons +5. Exactly, Nick. Late night special, money line. There you go. What up, Smoking Yo? Joke for real. There you go. Pass, Lakers been looking good. Matter of fact, live bet the Pistons in case they go down 10. There you go. Pistons +5. I love that I'm in talks for the best. There you go. Buddy Not live 49.5 before the game started. Yeah, means we're still okay at the moment. Live total is 50.5. I'm sitting at 56.5. So LOL 446. Marcos, you're on the short bus. When Pistons win, they're gonna party in LA. There you go. No one said to bet the under live. Exactly. I said don't. I said stay off, but it is what it is. We'll move on and let's get into the NFL. Yes, the record is ugly. No, I don't have enough time to fix it. Really, I had a solid week this week. I'm so far 6-2-1 in the NFL this week. So we're off to it. We're off to a decent start here. A little baseball news. Eloy Jimenez signed with the Rays, a minor league deal. So there's a little something there for baseball. But when I stall and wait for the lines to the line history to load here for the NFL, let's switch over Action Network to the NFL, and we can get into the Packers and the Saints. The Packers are 14-point favorites in this game, total 42.5. Look at line 13.5, opening line 13.5, and we're seeing 14s now. So we're seeing basically 14s across the board. Look at line 42, opening line 43, and it's still a 43. We have 59% of tickets and 64% of cash on the Packers. And we have 80% of tickets and 83% of cash on the over. This game has absolutely no appeal to me whatsoever. Personally, we had the Packers, who are 10-4 straight up, 8-6 ATS, 6-7-1 over under, 5-2 at home. They get the Raiders and the Bucks to end the year. So, my bad. That is the Saints. The Packers on deck get the Minnesota Vikings. So maybe this is a look at spot for the Packers with the Vikings on deck, and then they finish with the Bears. The Saints are 5-9 straight up, 6-8 ATS, 7-7 over under, and 2-4 on the road. I'm trying to remember what the number I got for the Saints win total was, because I got in at, I want to say it was it 7.5? So a loss here would cash the under win total for the New Orleans Saints at 7.5. I want to say that because do I have NFL futures in here? No. Or I only typed up my NHL futures, didn't I? When I typed those up, NFL week 7, week 6, FCS, NFL future looks. That was last year, wasn't it? Yeah, that was last year. Okay, so I have to go back and see what I posted on Cappertek for it, which I had to mark those all as void because it wouldn't let me push it back anymore. But I believe it was 7.5 wins for the for futures for that. There's my NHL futures. NFL. Yeah, no, I don't have my futures. I would have to go back and look, but I believe it was 7.5 for the Saints. A win here would cash the under, or a loss here would cash the under for the Saints win total here. So I feel like I'm invested without having to be invested in this game already. With the win total under for the Saints. That's about it for me in this game. I have no interest in this game whatsoever, so it's a pass here for me. There we go. Maple/brown oatmeal, no cream of wheat, never had in my life. Or grits, never had in my life. Yeah, no, me neither. Yeah, mine looks like -7, so I'm terrible also. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. Hey, I don't hide it. I just hadn't updated it in a while. That's it. Moneyline Mark Calvero, there you go. Josh Jacobs, over 20.5 rush attempts. Keandre Miller, over 12.5 rush attempts. Jordan Love, under 230.5 passing yards. Go Pack, go. Saints money line in the under. This is hilarious. That's my Saints. It's plus 14 dogs again last week against Washington, plus 14.5. No sweat. Running it all back. Yeah, 14.5 would be my only lean, but looking at props today. Fair. And your game, it looks like your game script says that the Packers run the ball a lot. No whack. No. People are making fun of our under for the Saints. Yeah, 2 weeks in. Need Pack on my 10 leg for $5.50. Do I cash out now? No. No way the Pack lose today. Packers fan, this is an easy spot. Should be. Saints are banged up. Their number one is Marcus Valdes-Scantling. I'll take that plus 550. Yes. Run. Love throws so much less against bad defense. Yeah. But that's it for the NFL. Let's get in the NHL, which, yeah, I know it's ugly, but it's a grind. And the NHL is still one of my favorite sports. And I got some spots I like today. So let's get into it. New Jersey Devils, New York Rangers. Love this spot here. Let's get into it. New Jersey minus 220 now. So they're getting a little expensive. Total of 6 in this game here. Unfortunately, we're now priced out of what I bet. Wow, that's a minus 250 now. Wow. Okay, I got involved last night when this was minus 200 for the minus one line here at minus 130. This would be puck line or nothing now. Like, geez, minus 250 plus 110 would be a ridiculous minus 167 now. I got minus 130 last night on the minus one line for the New Jersey Devils. So I can't advocate for the Devils anymore because, this line is moved drastically. This would have to be puck line now, which I don't hate the puck line. The only thing is I have this game priced at a minus 250. So I thought this line at minus 250 was, or at minus 200, there's value on it. At minus 167 for the minus one line now. No. So this would be puck line or nothing for the Devils. This is a nice early game though. But yeah, this would be puck line or nothing for the Devils for me now. But at this point, I can't advocate for the minus one with it being minus 167 now. So I got it at 130. It would be puck line or nothing now. Let's see. I thought Bill's money line was a lock and almost lost. All right. LOL. I was hopeful as usual for my Saints this season, but when they choked the overrated Eagles, it was all downhill from there. There's no way the Packers can lose. Yeah, that different. Are they in the same division? Yes, they are in the same division. I already bet the Devils money line minus 220. Don't. Yeah. Good luck. Devils smash 21-0 UTSA. You bums. The live total is at 55 now. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried now. Pass. They'll start running. I still like my under. Yeah, I think now is probably a nice time to bet the under at 55. If they score again, that'll be a good time there. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Under on Rangers for you. All right. No, they aren't. No. The Packers are talking about. Okay. Yeah, no. I hear you. Let's get into the next matchup here. The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Winnipeg Jets. The Leafs minus 110, home favorites, total of 6 in this game. Got this game projected for 6.36 goals, so a small lean towards an over here in this spot. And I have this game projected for the Leafs to be around minus 110, 115 range. So I think these numbers are about right. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs coming in off of a loss. They're 6-3 in their last game against the New York Islanders. This has been a matchup, though, that Toronto's enjoyed. They've won 6 straight matchups against the Winnipeg Jets, including handing the Jets their first loss of the season this year. They got their 3-game winning streak snapped. Granted, 2 of their wins there in that 3-game winning streak were against Buffalo. On the flip side, Winnipeg started to play better as of late. They beat up on the Wild in their last game 5-0 after a 3-2 loss against the Ducks. This would be Toronto or nothing for me. I'm not getting involved in this one. I have some early action here with the football game and with the what do you call it? And with the Devils game, I'm not getting involved in this one here. This one's a stay away for me. It'd be Leafs or nothing though for me. Live bet 55. That's good. Yeah, it's only a 1.5 lower. It's only a 1.5 lower. Under 6. If Packers lose this game as a 14-point favorite, I'm done betting forever. Sure you are. They won't lose. They won't. Took the Leafs and the under, bounce back after the Fishermen stomped on them over the weekend. Yeah. Thanks as always for the show. Yeah, absolutely. Leafs money line for a Coyote pick there. I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Early Merry Christmas. You as well. LOL. It would be a Christmas miracle if the Saints won and 4-4-6 went into hiding like when the Yankees lost the World Series. Woof. What about Leafs puck line? I mean, if you want to go for a big score, sure, why not? But I'm saying I'm not personally betting the game. But hey, I'm not going to talk anybody off of trying to go for a big score at all. Let's move on though. The Columbus Blue Jackets and the Montreal Canadiens. The Blue Jackets -125 home favorites, total of 6.5 in this game. I had this game projected for 6.11 goals, so slightly towards the under here in this game for me. And I have this game priced at basically a pick 'em in this game. I think the Canadiens are getting a little disrespected right now. This has been a team that's been winning at a little bit better of a rate as of late. They're starting to play better, and they're getting a Columbus team. I don't think Columbus should be laying $1.40 in this game, and that's the way this line's moved. It's moved up, and Montreal is coming in on a 3-game winning streak. Granted, they played Detroit, and Buffalo, but it's still the Canadiens, and Columbus is around the range of Detroit and Buffalo. Columbus is coming in off of an overtime loss 5-4 against Philly. They beat the Devils out of nowhere, which snapped a 5-game losing streak. This is a Columbus Blue Jackets team that's not playing well right now. And a Canadian team is starting to slowly figure it out with their young talent. Yeah, give me Montreal in this game at +120. I'm sorry, they're -140 now? The Montreal Canadiens, I think that's wrong here in this spot. So I'll take a shot here with this game. +120. We're going with Les Habitants in this one here. Montreal plus the 120 against Columbus. Thanks, Untouchable. Yes, Yanks lost to Dodgers, did not win. I mean, it is what it is. Line A, anytime goal, +200. Why not? Yeah. Habs money line +125. The Devils are now -245. Yep. The -1 line is -167 when I got -130 last night for the free pick video. So we'll move on. Let me just track my Montreal play here, and we'll continue on. The Boston Bruins are taking on the Washington Capitals, -125 for the Bruins, total of 5.5 in this game. Let's take a look here. We have the Capitals on the second half of a back-to-back. We backed them yesterday. It was more of a fading of the more of a fading of the Kings in that game rather than a backing of the Capitals. It's the second half of a back-to-back for Washington. If I'm not mistaken, it's the third game in 4 days for them as well. So situationally, it's not a good spot for Boston, or for third game in 4 nights, second half of a back-to-back. And they won both those games 3-1, Washington. So they're feeling good heading into the winter break. Their next game's on the 28th, so they'll have 5 days off and then they head to Toronto. Boston, they're coming in off of a 3-1 win. Their next game is after the break as well. All these teams, obviously, it's after Christmas. Nobody plays on Christmas in the NHL. Their next game is against Columbus. They have a back-to-back against Columbus after the Christmas break. I'm interested in Boston in this game. at the minus 125 number. I think that's a good price for them here. Minus 125 for Boston. I'll take a shot there on ESPN bet with Boston in this game. My numbers have them around 140, 145 in this game. They've been playing better as of late. They're at home. Bad situational spot for the Capitals. I think everything correlates here for me to take a shot with Boston in this game. So Bruins, minus 125 for me over on ESPN bets. Let's head back to the chat. System play. Always fade the back-to-back in hockey. Bruins money line. Contest play. Okay. Bruins money line minus 128. Yeah. Let's move on. We're continuing on here. The St. Louis Blues, the Detroit Red Wings, minus 110 for the Red Wings, total of 5.5 in this game. The Red Wings have been pretty bad this year. The Blues the new coaching bump has died for the Blues. That's one thing that will be pointed out here. And my numbers actually kind of like Detroit a little bit in this game. I don't like Detroit at all, though. Like, this is a Detroit team that's 13, 16, and 4. They're coming in off of back-to-back losses against the Montreal Canadiens, and they didn't look particularly good in either game. Those two losses snapped their 2-game winning streak against Philly and Toronto. So they beat Philly, they beat Toronto, but yet they lose to Montreal twice. That made no sense to me. I do have the Red Wings as a favorite in this game, around minus 130 favorites in this game. So do I see value in it? Yeah. I have this game projected for 5.95 goals, so slightly lean towards an over 5.5 in this game as well. And maybe we see a little bit more offense here in the last games before the Christmas break. So I guess I lean over 5.5 in this game. That would be my lean in this spot. Would just be the over. But I'm not going to get involved with this one here. It's just a lean for the over 5.5. Well, at the under 5.5, I lean over. Blues money line, Wings money line. All right. We'll continue on. This is a play for me. This is a system play. Let's get into it. Philadelphia Flyers and Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins minus 115 favorites in this game. Total of 6.5 in this spot. The Penguins are coming in off of a shutout loss. There you go. There's your system play. So let's get the play out of the way now. Over 6.5, even money on ESPN bet. Let's get into it. The Flyers and the Penguins, both these teams are basically exactly alike, 15-15. But the Flyers have 4 overtime losses. The Penguins have 5 overtime losses. So the Penguins are 1 point up on them because of an overtime loss. In regulation, 15-15. I have this game priced at a pick'em. I think this pick'em line is correct. I have this game projected for 6.02 goals. So if this wasn't a system play, the under could have been an interesting look. These two teams, we have the Flyers coming in off of a 5-4 overtime win against Columbus, which snapped a 3-game losing streak for Philadelphia. The Penguins lost 3-0 in their last game. So the team coming in off the shutout loss angle there, which actually snapped a 3-game overtime streak for the Pittsburgh Penguins when they went to overtime, 3 straight games against Ottawa, LA, and Nashville there. So overall for me, just the over 6.5 here between the Flyers and the Penguins. It's the team coming in off of the shutout loss. We'll keep going on here. Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning. The Panthers minus 150 favorites, total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the projections for this game here, where I have the Panthers as favorites in this game. Yeah. Do I have them as that big of favorites in this game? I have them around the 135 mark, 140 mark. So, overall, the total, or the side, yeah, I wouldn't look towards I wouldn't really look towards the side in this game. I guess it's dog or pass. These two teams just played yesterday, and it was a 4-2 win for the Florida Panthers. And I'm trying to find this. Where is it on the top here? Yep. And so a nice win for the Panthers there. They've dominated this series. 8 of the last 10 meetings have gone the way of the Panthers. The Panthers have won 4 straight games since getting shut out back-to-back games. The Lightning, they had their 4-game winning streak snapped yesterday with the 4-2 loss against the Panthers. Kind of want to take the Lightning to bounce back after losing in that last game there. Now the question is for the Lightning for the Lightning here, did they go with Vasilevsky yesterday? They did. And I'm kind of leaning under the total. The one thing keeping me off the under is the fact that I don't know if this is a spot where the Lightning go with Johansson, and I want nothing to do with the under with Johansson in net compared to Vasilevsky, which Vasilevsky played yesterday. So overall, not getting involved in this one here. I lean towards under. If they give me Vasilevsky, I'll take the under. But other than that, no play here for me. Well, first period 1.5 goals. I lean under. Flyers team total over 3. There you go. Cavaliers, Heat, Knicks, Celtics, Thunder, Mavs. Moneyline parlay. All right. Pass. We'll continue on here. 6 games remaining on the show. This is going to be a 2-hour show. There we go. The Buffalo Sabres, losers of 13 games in a row. Something tells me they snap it today. I watch. They take on the New York Islanders, minus 145. I'm starting to see some 150s, 155s for the Islanders here as well. So, in this game, for starters, there's no way you can back Buffalo in this game. And I have this game priced at the Islanders around minus 160, minus 165. Now, on the flip side, do I ever want to lay a number with the Islanders? No. I've said this numerous times this year. I don't want the Islanders as a favorite. I only want them as a dog. They're coming in off of a 6-3 win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And now they get a Buffalo team that's coming in off of 13 straight losses. They lost their last game 3-1 against the Boston Bruins. They had a day off. This will be the Sabres' 3rd game in 4 days as well. So they've been playing a lot of hockey as well. Buffalo probably waiting for that Christmas break to happen so they can get a little bit of a reset here because, damn, do they need a reset. This Buffalo Sabres team, they've been playing a lot of hockey, and it's not been going well for them. It's been an absolute miserable ride for the Buffalo Sabres. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking forward to the Christmas break here a little bit. And I have no interest in laying a number with the Islanders, though. And I get it. The Sabres have lost 14 in a row, or 13 in a row, and potentially 14 if they don't win this game. But I am not getting involved in this game whatsoever. As for the total in this game, I would lean towards an over. The Sabres defensively have been pretty bad. And actually, I'm going to get involved in this game. I'm going to take the over 5.5. I have this game projected for 6.3 goals. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I see value on this over in the spot here. So over 5.5, minus 120. Islanders and Sabres. I believe we've seen a little bit of a history here with these two teams. Now they've played more unders, including the Islanders winning 3-0 in the last game against these Buffalo Sabres. So yeah, I'm going to be on the over 5.5 here. Islanders and Sabres for this game here. It wouldn't shock me if the Sabres were to win this game as well. Coastal's going to score. Bum said under. Okay. Buffalo money line. They got to win eventually, right? You followed these bumps. Yep. If Buffalo's going to win this game, Isles are the most boring team ever. Okay. Buffalo over 5.5. I agree with you over there. Let's continue on. Minnesota Wild minus 225 total 5.5 in this game. This is also a system play because the Wild are coming in off of a shutout loss in their last game. Let's get into it here where we have Minnesota minus 225 total 5.5 in this game here. Let me just track this real quick. There we go. Let's get into my projection for this game here. As do I have the Wild as favorites? Yeah. Do I have them as minus 200 favorites right now? No. And I've been high on this Wild team. The only problem is this team is banged up and bruised and injured right now, and they do not look the same. They're coming in off of getting shellacked 5-0 against the Winnipeg Jets in their last game. Now, granted, the Jets are a good team. The Wild have scored 2 goals in their last 3 games, 4 in their last 4. This is a team that is struggling for offense right now, and they've lost 4 in a row in 5 of their last 6. But they're still 20-10-4, so they're still in a really solid spot. And maybe this is a spot where they're looking to just get into the Christmas break and survive. Their next game is in Dallas after the Christmas break. Chicago will be heading to Buffalo after the Christmas break here in their next game. Chicago coming in off of a 6-4 loss in their last game in Calgary. They're now in Minnesota in this one. And this one is pretty simple for me. The Wild coming off of a shutout loss. Give me the over 5.5 in this game. Over 5.5 minus 110 over on ESPN Bet. Looking for the Wild to be able to get something going offensively against a struggling against a defense in the Blackhawks that is nowhere near good. So yeah, I'll be on the over 5.5 in this game. As for a side perspective, I can only look Blackhawks in this one here if I'm looking at the side, but it'll just be over 5.5 for me in this game. Wild and Blackhawks. Blackhawks team total over. If the Devils lose, I'm done betting forever. Sure you are. Okay. Let's keep it going here. Carolina Hurricanes, Nashville Predators. The Hurricanes minus 20 favorites in this game. Total of 6 in the spot. I have this game priced at around a pick 'em and a total of 5.88 is where I have this game projected. So as for any value in this game, there really isn't any. If anything, slight value in Nashville as a dog in this game, but you guys know how I feel about Nashville this year. They have been playing better as of late, though. Nashville coming in off of an overtime win against the LA Kings. They've gotten points in 3 straight games. They've won 2 of their last 3. Their only game they lost was an overtime loss against the Pittsburgh Penguins. On the flip side, the Carolina Hurricanes have finally won a road game for the first time in like 6. I believe they lost 5 straight road games heading into yesterday. And this is the 3rd game in 4 days for the Carolina Hurricanes. This is the second half of a back-to-back for them. So not a good spot. And after the Christmas break, they get 2 games against the Devils. So that's an interesting scheduling spot there for them. On the flip side, Nashville, they'll get St. Louis after the break here. This would be Preds or nothing for me. That would be the only way I would look in this game is Nashville. But no interest in this game for me at all. We'll continue on. No. Preds money line. Yeah. And it looks like I think we just got a turnover on downs for Coastal, and UTSA will have the ball at the UTSA 2, and hopefully they'll run out the rest of the clock. The live line has just dropped down to 49. So there we go. Preds are waking up. Pass. Well, moving on. The Vancouver Canucks taking on the San Jose Sharks. The Canucks minus 245 favorites in this game. Total 6 in this one here. In what world are we laying minus 270 or minus 270, minus 345 with the Vancouver Canucks at home, which have really struggled this year. Now, Vancouver on the road have been pretty good, and with the lines we're getting with them on the road, they're worth backing. But at home, not as much. This is a team that is 6-12 on the money line at home, and we're laying minus 2. Now, actually, we are seeing minus 275 here. Now, the Sharks, they've gone back to being the Sharks. They've lost 4 games in a row. However, they've covered the puck line in 3 of them, so they're playing close competitive games. And this is not a team that you're just going to be blindly puck lining against, the San Jose Sharks team. And you can get the plus 1.5 or minus 120 for those who are interested. I would look towards going towards the Sharks on the money line in this game, because sometimes you got to go swimming with the Sharks. That would be the only way I would look in this game is taking a big price with San Jose. And honestly, if you like San Jose, you don't have to rush to bet them here. The line's only going to go up and up and up more. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw minus 300 with the Vancouver Canucks later, and I would take a shot here. Best available line, plus 220 on BetMGM. I think if you wait, you'll get an even better line. It's Sharks or nothing for me. Sharks or nothing for me. System play. Nash first period. All right. I'm gonna have to rewind this. What's y'all favorite bets for today so far? Favorite bets. I got the Devils minus 1 at minus 130, so that line's gone. But in the NHL, I'm on New Jersey, Boston, Montreal, over in Philly, and over in the Isles, and over in the Chicago game. So I got a couple overs there that I like. Sharks puck line, OKC Knicks money line victory. What type of juice is that? Minus 600? Come on. 2 games remaining on the card. We have the Utah Hockey Club and the Dallas Stars. The Stars minus 150 road favorites. Total of 6 in this game. I have this game projected around minus 160 for the Stars. So I think this line's pretty close to correct. Slight lean towards the Stars. I have this line projected at 6.02 goals. So I think the 6 is correct as well. The Stars are coming in off of, I believe, the loss against the New York Rangers in their last game, but it wasn't because of a lack of trying. They put up 6.47 expected goals in that game. Igor had a really, really strong game in his last one there. As he had a 41 save performance there, gave up 1 goal. Utah coming in on the second half of a back-to-back, third game at 4 nights. And they're coming in off of a shootout loss against the Anaheim Ducks last night. And they're at least they get to stay home here, but still not a good situational spot here for Utah in this game. It'd be Stars minus 1 or nothing for me if I'm betting this game, but don't feel the need to force it. And I probably won't be looking to bet the last game either. So there we go. 446. I'm bearish SPY for January. System play, Stars minus 150 first period. Stars minus 1.5 plus 150 for me. Also the under. Fair. Pass. Utah blew 2-goal lead versus to the Ducks. Yeah. Screw the Utah Hockey Club. Another choke last night. What about the under 6? I have this game projected for 6.02 goals. I think the 6 is correct. Final game of the night, and minus 320 for the Golden Knights. Oh, boy. Total of 6 in this game. I have the Golden Knights as favorites. I have them more along the lines of $2 favorites, but do I have any interest in the Anaheim Ducks? The answer is a simple no. And on the flip side for the total, I have this game projected for 6.29 goals, so I think this total is pretty correct as well. For Anaheim, this is the second half of a back-to-back for them. I know that because they just played last night against Utah. For them, it's also the third game in 4 nights because they played against Colorado. On the flip side, Vegas. This is it's not a second half of back-to-back for them. They last played at Seattle, or home against Seattle. They won 6-2 in that game there. Does Vegas win? Probably. Am I laying minus 300 ever? No. So simple pass for me in this game to end the card. I think the total is right, and there's no way in hell I'm back in the Ducks, but I'm not laying minus 300 on the Knights. But we'll head back to the chat, and then we'll head on out. Vegas smash. Sharks plus 1.5, minus 120. I like it. But, that is everything for today's show here. An hour and 58 minutes. That is going to do it, though. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB. We'll be off the next 2 days for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We'll catch you guys on the 26th, the day after Christmas, for the next edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll head to the chat one last time, and there you go. Okay. All right, good luck. Good luck unless you fade 446. See you in a month, Nick. No, you'll see me on the 26th. Anaheim plus 2.5, under 6.5, and Vegas plus 380 for me. There you go. But that is going to do it for this one. Want to thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll catch you guys same time, same place on the 26th for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everyone.